What's up, everyone? Richie here. Thank you. Thank you for really stopping by to check this video out and really the channel itself. It's all brand new. I'm going to say this is the official first video of what I plan on sharing with you as we roll forward here. So I started a YouTube channel, and that was almost 5 years ago. I don't want to say to the day, but February of 2025. We're in January 2025. That's when I started it. I wish I could remember exactly why I wanted to start the channel, but I just kind of had this desire to do something different, try something different, put myself out there, stretch my legs, see if I can do it. I mean, I didn't know much about it at all, but the one thing that I do remember as I was going through all of this, which is the first thing I want to tell you, and that's all we're going to talk about in this video. I'm not going to overload you with 20 things per video. At least that's not the plan. But for this particular video, you have to, my opinion, starting out of the gate, you have an idea or you want to do, content creation, whatever it might be, especially for the YouTube platform, you have to have an idea of what you want to do. Um, for me, it was the guitar. Honestly, playing the guitar for years. Look, I'm not the greatest player in the world, but I'm no slouch either. I've been in and out of different bands I like to play. I thought, how can I take something that I'm really familiar with, something I know fairly well, and that I'm comfortable with, and how can I kind of just have fun with that? And it really that's how I gravitated towards the guitar almost immediately. I don't think there was any other thought of another um, idea, or whatever that topic might have been. It was strictly guitar for me. So my thoughts were let's just try this. And if you go, and again, that particular channel is still Six String Fun, so it's youtube.com at sixstringfun, whatever it might be. You can find me there, and you can go back to the very beginning and see that very first video of me just kind of sitting there on the couch, sitting on a couch in a sunroom down the Jersey Shore in Tom's River, my parents' place. I was actually living back with them for a little while at that particular point in my life, and that was it. It was the phone. I think I had a rickety old tripod. I pushed record and off I went. And I didn't look back. I mean, I've learned a lot over the years, and that's what this whole, not only this video, but as we're moving forward here, that's what this is supposed to be all about here. Um, have an idea. Again, for me, it was the guitar, and I thought, well, I can teach songs. I can teach a scale. I could teach how to play chords, and before I knew it, I was taking things that I took for granted of how to do something and able to break it down because I knew other people probably wanted to know about that too. That's what I would tell you to do. What is that passion of yours that you have? Is there something out there that you do, you want to do, you're comfortable with? Another channel that I have, and again, it's probably the most random, ridiculous channel you'd ever hear of. It's me just kind of filming 18 wheelers and tractor trailer. Since I was a little kid, loved the big rigs, right? So my channel, truck spotting with Richie is what that is. I mean, I'm looking for the trucks that I remember as a kid, the trucks that I like, and I film them and I put them together on this channel. And this channel's growing faster than anything I could have thought of at this point. And that's another one. So a passion is something I like, something I just kind of dug, and something I can get behind, and it doesn't feel like a job, if that makes sense. And I just rolled with those ideas, and I've been rolling with them ever since. Even the music one, you think, well, how many songs can I teach? How many lessons can I give? Think outside that box. I hate that term, I really do. But some of the things I've done is like, again, I'm a Springsteen fan, I'm a Rush fan. Just having a conversation with the camera, talking about my top 20 Springsteen songs of all time, right? Going through that list. And what's even great about that is that when you have something like that out there, that's a great reason for people to interact with you as far as comments, giving you, likes for the content. Those are all things that help you out down the road, because if somebody else likes it, they comment on it. The whole YouTube algorithm, what we'll talk about another time, starts pushing that out to other people who might like it as well. And that's how, ultimately, a video might go viral over a certain amount of time. But bringing it back to its simplest form, have an idea on something that you like, something you don't have to really dive too much into to learn about. Take what you know and share it with somebody. Okay, as an example, I talked about, talking about Springsteen top 20 songs. I've talked about Rush albums, my top five, or if I had to rank the Rush albums, things like that. And sometimes people love it, and sometimes people really disagree with you, but they interact. And that's kind of the cool thing about what we're doing here. It's all about getting people to interact, like what you're doing, and just kind of let it grow from there. So I'm going to say it again. Focus in on something that you have an interest in. And again, I know some of the folks who've already kind of been following this channel for its short life so far are doing their thing already. But keep in mind, if you're spreading yourself too thin, that might be a hindrance as well. Bring it back into something that's very simple, something you can just do it with blindfolded, don't have to think about it, at least to get you started. If you have to think about something like, hey, I'm going to start a channel, but I don't know what to do, and you have to think about it, and it takes you a long time to think about it, my opinion, there's a good chance maybe that's not the best fit. But think about the things that you do every day, right? Whatever it is that you do, there are people out there that want to maybe know more about it, see how you do it. Do you bake? Do you detail cars? Are you a musician? Are you a contractor? You build houses? Whatever it might be, there's an audience for that. It's just how can you get your arms around it to share it with them? Friend of mine back in New Jersey, and if she wants to put her information in the comments, go for it, Deb. You talked about real estate. That's something we can certainly discuss. How do you get yourself out there within the world of real estate? It takes time, no matter what it is you pick. It takes time to get your brand out there, to get your name out there, but it can be done. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. If you're thinking, well, in 2 weeks I can get this done, I'll have thousands of subscribers, I think you're in for a rude awakening in that one. You've got to be able to just put the time in and let it grow organically. Only way I can tell you how to do it. So, but there are ways to do it. And again, if there's even anybody out there that has questions, let me know. Would love to help you out, maybe further, kind of like a one-on-one type of thing, if I can help you out with that. I think the answers are a lot easier than you think they might be because it seems overwhelming. Start off with the subject. You've got the subject. Start writing out an outline. Not even an outline, just bullet points. What could you talk about? Okay, again, I'm talking about me as a musician, a guitar player. Well, I could talk about song tutorials, okay? And there are loads of them you can kind of break down from there as far as, kind of, splitting hairs, so to speak. What kind of songs? Is it going to be rock songs? Is it going to be acoustic guitar, electric guitar? What could it be? And there are hundreds of options from there. If you go to my channel, I think I've got about 1,500 videos so far, pushing these 5 years. Long form and short form, we'll get to that. But if you know what a YouTube short is, that's just a vertical, up and down type of video. Whereas what you're seeing right now is a long form, where it's like a movie screen, right? But I could talk about gear reviews. I could talk about this guitar, and I might have done it already on an older video. Why I like this guitar? What do I use it for? Because there might be somebody out there looking for an acoustic guitar, and maybe just what I could talk about helps them out find what it is they're looking for. So there are a lot of options out there. When you start really zeroing in on something, you'd be surprised at how much you can come up with. And before you know it, you've got 20 different ideas or 20 different topics you could talk about, and then it just grows even further from there. So that's the advice we're going to start with and kind of end it with this video. Have an idea, target a topic, write out those thoughts in terms that you think you can pull a video on, and go for it. All right. You might be worried about, well, what about my gear? Yeah, I've got some gear here. I've got some lights. I've got the mic. I've got another mic going on here. Don't worry about that. I would say get your camera. If you got a tripod, even it's great. But set the camera up somewhere. Set up, if you're sitting at a desk, put it eye level, and just I would say if you want to practice, but don't do too much of that. It's just about just pushing play and getting rolling. Your first videos are going to be terrible. They just are, because you're not used to this. Just keep at it. Trust me. The more you put it off, the more chance of you not doing it. So have your idea, write your topics down, and just go for it. Your videos don't have to be 20, 30 minutes. They shouldn't be, because, you got to think about keeping people's attention there. So, what's your attention span like? I know for me, I can't go too long, so I don't try to do these too long. Whereas this video is, I'm pushing maybe 10 minutes already. I don't think you should do that for all your videos, basically. But just keep it simple. 3, 4, 5 minutes if you need to. You will get better over time. But get those ideas first. Have an idea and run with it from there. So thank you for sticking around for this first video. More to come as we go along here. We'll see what we can do. Again, if I can help you out, that's what this channel is about. My journey so far, these 5 years of YouTube content creation, the good, the bad, what I could have done differently, what I did was pretty good, I thought. And hopefully it helps you out because this is still a new world, I think, for a lot of folks. It's untapped, potential uncharted territory, and it's continued to grow. You can start looking deep into metrics and numbers, and you'd be amazed at what the percentages are from just YouTube not subscribe, but YouTube accounts, if you want to call it that, even though they aren't all real. There's some, there obviously there's some robots in there, but what the percentages are from the accounts channels to channels that have thousands, 1,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers, and when you see how this works, you realize you're in some good company, and it's a small group of people too, and that's what kind of helps you out, I think, along the way. So don't get discouraged. Give it a shot. Find that topic, and I'll see you on the next one. All right. Take care, folks. Bye.